Okay, our next voter came here tonight hoping to put her question to Donald Trump. Since he could not be here, we have asked her to put the question to you, sir. And it concerns an issue that has incited a lot of emotion on the campaign trail. And with that, we turn it over to Allison Young, who has a story and a question. Allison?
Thank you. Senator Rubio, recently a Muslim American Army reservist was denied access to a recreational gun range in Oklahoma. And the range even had signage saying it was a Muslim-free facility. What is your opinion on this? And do you think the rhetoric of this campaign season, especially the anti-Muslim rhetoric, has increased this sentiment?
Yeah, the story you just told me is wrong. It's immoral. We should not be doing that to people. The bottom line is there are millions of patriotic Muslim Americans. And if you go to a national cemetery where we bury veterans who have died in the service of our country, you'll see Stars of David and you'll see crosses, but you'll also see crescent moons. You will see Muslim Americans who have died in the service of this country. And so our issue is not with patriotic Muslim Americans. It's not even with Islam. It is with radical jihadists. It is with radical Islam, which is a politicization and a radical ideology that threatens Islam. It doesn't just threaten the West, it threatens Islam. If you look at ISIS, ISIS wants to kill all Shia and all Sunnis who do not agree with their own version of Islam. So we recognize the contributions that Muslim Americans make in this country, and no one should be discriminated against in America because of their religion or their faith. I also think we have to recognize, and I think the Muslim American community does, that radical Islam poses a threat.
But what did you make of her question about whether the rhetoric in this campaign is putting some Muslims in this position? You know, Muslim Americans who are worried about their sons and their daughters walking in the streets, going to gun ranges, and so on.
And that's important, Megan, because when you're president of the United States, you have an enormous megaphone. You get to set the agenda and the tone for the country. We already have a president that's incredibly divisive. We should not be pitting and dividing Americans against each other. And I agree that I think we are capable of recognizing the threat of radical Islam without having to demonize an entire religion, especially those Americans here that are so loyal to America, and many whom are willing to don the uniform and die on behalf of our freedoms and our liberties.